YouTube, what it do? What it do? YouTube, what it do? Okay, so I just got finished watching a little bit of the Stephen A. clip about Troy Aikman and Caleb Williams. I seen a couple other little clips or whatever that we're gonna go through, but let me break it down a little bit. Backstory. So Caleb Williams is from the DMV area. He's from Maryland. He's from Bowie, Maryland, right? So basically when you grow up in Maryland, you either like a Dallas Cowboy fan or a Washington Redskins fan, formerly known Washington Commanders fan, or formerly known as the Washington Redskins, right? So he's from the area. So that's why during his draft process, he really didn't want to get drafted to the Chicago Bears. He really wanted to get drafted to Washington because he was from the area. But he ended up going number one. Jaden Daniels goes number two. Okay, we all know that, right? So they are tied to the hip when it comes down to their draft. We all like when you go 1 and 2 quarterbacks, you will always be tied. Like Peyton Manning will always be tied to Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf always tied to Peyton Manning. RG3 is tied to if I'm not mistaken, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck is tied to RG3. I mean, it's so forth and so on, right? When you're selected number 1 overall, you're a quarterback, and it's a quarterback taking number 2, you will always be tied to the hip. So when these teams played last year, it went down to the wire, and you had that miraculous play, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the game for Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. It kind of gave Jaden that one up on Caleb. So Caleb comes back. They get the win. No matter how they got the win, they got the win. You know what I'm saying? Jaden and them fumbling the ball. It was a wet night. They fumble the ball, get the Bears back the ball in their territory. They drive down, get a field goal, win the game. But the talk is about what Troy Aikman was saying over the game cast compared to what the play was with the Chicago Bears. Ben Johnson has something to say about it. I like Ben Johnson's response. I kind of like Caleb's response too. It's kind of like, bro, like we won. Once you win the game, you're playing. You gotta understand, we're playing the game. Like we're down there in the midst of it. I don't give a fuck what Troy Aikman up there and Joe Buck saying. No disrespect. They doing their job. We doing our job. So once the game is over with, and we might hear something back if we go looking for it. It's kind of like at this point, who cares? Whatever you said, like, it wasn't that disrespectful. I don't think what Troy Aikman said was that disrespectful. Like if you go back and look at the film or the play that he was talking about, the luckiness of what he's talking about on one play was the DeAndre Swift play, right? Basically, the luckiness he's talking about is as I always say on this channel, when you play man to man, even within a stack formation, a bunch formation, or any type of condensed formation, when you play man and you have these switch releases, you are creating traffic. That means that the defenders have to decide to go under, to go over. It's just like setting a pick in basketball. Am I going to go under the pick? You feel what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna go over the pick. If I go over the pick, I'm trying to stop if I go over it, I'm trying to stop the shot. Or I'm trying to get around, excuse me. If I go under it, I'm trying to stop his shot. So it's just like that. Just like basketball, you know what I'm saying? Am I going to take the guy that's going to go deep or short? Am I going to take the guy that come closest to me? But it creates traffic. So in that play, and I'm going to show you the play. In that play, they create traffic within the route. DeAndre Swift gets the ball on the outside. He does like a little stutter step, takes it to the crib. Right? Is it a lucky type of play? Yes and no at the same time. Yes, because because it's luck, because you wouldn't expect for him to score in that type of play. But it's not luck because the formation dictated the man. You know what I'm saying? It was the right formation against the right coverage, and he made somebody miss. He's athletic enough to make somebody miss. So it's not too far-fetched of it being, you know what I'm saying, a lucky play. Then the 2-point conversion. When he's talking about the 2-point conversion, yes, Caleb missed the guy in the flat. He did, you know what I'm saying? But in retrospect, after the game, it's kind of like, well, I don't like, I probably did miss him. If he gonna go back in the film room and be like, yeah, damn, I missed that flat right there. But nigga, we still won the game, so I don't really give a fuck like how you feel about it. we won the game and shit. Like, it's a difference between winning and losing. That's what the big thing is. Like, once you win a game, you can go back and look at your mistakes and you're gonna feel a little bit different about it. It's not gonna hit as hard. But if you lost the game, and especially if you lost because of this, it hits a little harder, and I guarantee you Caleb wouldn't have the same response. I love Ben Johnson's response to this though, and there's no disrespect to Troy Aikman, but let's go back and look at some of this stuff. Then we'll hop to Stephen there. So I'm like, certain stuff, I feel like the media, all types of media, not just mainstream media, some stuff that you do. Yes, there's a story. That's what I'm saying. Like, some stuff, it'd be a story there, and then some stuff it'd be like, bro, you're making it bigger than what it needs to be. We're damn near at Thursday Night Football, about to go into Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, going into, you know what I'm saying, college football week, whatever, and then back to NFL. It's kind of like we still talking about. I didn't even know this was a thing though. Like, I felt as though Monday night was kind of like a mid Monday night, even though we had two games, right? Like, Chicago beating the Washington Commanders. Yeah, Caleb definitely needed that win just for it. I think it was more for morale purposes, like, because they are, like I said, they are tied to the hip because of their draft. You feel what I'm saying? And because of what happened last year. So this was definitely like an ego type of win. Like, yeah, now we won one. You feel what I'm saying? And then Buffalo and Atlanta was kind of like, you didn't expect that from Atlanta, and people are starting to hop off the Buffalo bandwagon, which I think is bullshit, because at the end of the day, we all know what Josh Allen is, and it's kind of like it's ridiculous at this point. But what he did last year with that team he had last year, I would never count out Josh Allen, not even in the playoffs, because he shows up in the playoffs for sure. He runs into my Chiefs, but he shows up in the playoffs every time we play them. Every time. It's never the reason of Josh Allen not winning that game. But let's hop into some of these little remarks real quick. So this is what Ben Johnson had to say about, you know what I'm saying, basically not really a clapback, but what he thought about what Troy Aikman said in the game cast. And I don't feel like it's a shot at Troy Aikman. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, they don't really care. We're trying to win football games, and it's like, you saying you don't care. It's not that big of a deal to us. Like, it's not being disrespectful. It's just like, bro, we're on to the next. Like, once you get that dub, we're gonna probably celebrate for a day, maybe two, and then we're on to the next team.
Did the tone of coming from the color analyst there surprise you?
Maybe I just had it on mute.
It sounded like you heard some of what they said.
Yeah. No. Listen, you want respect in this league, you got to go earn it, and so that's where we're at right now. We need to go earn that respect from not only the rest of the teams in the NFL, but everybody. So that's.
See, I'm not mad at that. Like, yeah, you want respect. And yeah, like I said, I definitely, I feel where Ben Johnson coming from, but it's kind of like, bro, like, I think that first response was his original, like, how he really feel like we don't hear that shit. Like, because once you start, and you see this with Philadelphia, you see this with the Philadelphia Eagles, like, the chatter starts to reach the team and get into the team. Now you see them trying to pass more, or they're a running team. They don't know what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you look, we won the game. Yes, we know what we can go back, look at the film, and see what we need to work on so we can be a better team. But at the end of the day, we still won the game. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to really, even if you go back and really listen to what Troy Aikman said, I don't feel like it was that bad. That's what I'm like, huh? Like, what? Like, this is a thing? So this is what Caleb Williams had to say. We're going to listen to this, and then we'll listen to what Stephen A. had to say.
Listen to this.
Yeah, I could care less. It's kind of how I think I've said multiple times over my time being here. Fair, not. Life isn't fair. People are going to say what they have to say. We win, we lose. People have stuff to say. It was lucky. It was not lucky. People have stuff to say. Have a bad game, have a good game. People have stuff to say. So it doesn't matter. We're only worried about what's going on here within this building and with these guys. So that's all I can say about that.
I get that it's not a big.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, before Stephen A go, I like that from my franchise quarterback. I like that. I'm not worried about the naysayers. I'm not worried about the outside noise. I'm worried about what's going on in the facility in my building. That's all I care about. Lock the fuck in. Do not get baited into some bullshit. Don't. Do not get baited into some bullshit. And right now, I don't know, for whatever reason, this is a thing and we are about to go into Thursday night football. Like, come on, bro. Like I said, what Troy Aikman said really wasn't that bad. And the responses from Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams wasn't that bad either. So I'm just trying to like, now we about to listen to what Stephen A had to say. And it's kind of like, bro, this is what the fuck some people be talking about when it come down to the media. Not that y'all like just terrible person or did y'all do terrible things. No, it just be sometimes y'all just be like, come on, it's other shit to talk about than come on, bro. Just that, come on, man.
Deal to him. But he's commenting like it was some big deal. And my issue is, what did Troy Aikman say? First of all, he wasn't wrong. Secondly, he's entitled to say it. And third, it's not like he's on a radio show or he's on television the day after making it into a subject. He was calling the game in real time, right there at the stadium in Maryland. He's watching the command.
Landover, Merlin at that. Get that shit right, Holmes. And we in Landover with it, nigga. In a few years, they're going to be back at RFK.
Commanders and the Bears play, and he's saying on that out route that Swift took 55 yards for a touchdown, it was luck. He lucked up.
Like I said, I don't like it's 50-50. If you look at the formation and the coverage that they got, you feel what I'm saying? If you look at the formation and the coverage that they got, that's the coverage that you want on that type of formation, on that stack formation. You want man to man because the switch release is going to get your guy open. It's going to create space. And then Swift always been shifty. He's always been shifty. So we're gonna go back and look at that play, but let's listen to I think it's lucky that he took it to the crib. I don't think it's lucky that he made the guy miss. Usually there's that safety or whatever. I don't know what type of defense they was in for him to get that, you know what I'm saying? And we'll look at that.
And the guy missing the tackle and lagging on the play. What's the problem? What is the problem? And then, and my attitude is this: if Troy Aikman, who does this for a living, color commentary, he does it for a living, and he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Okay, so he gotta be. I think Stephen A. gotta be talking to the people on social media then, because when you do type in Caleb Williams and Troy Aikman or Troy Aikman Caleb Williams, you do see like everybody saying he was like Troy Aikman was hating on Caleb Williams and stuff like that. Like I said, I was flipping between both channels, so I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, that locked into the commentary. But it's kind of like from what the main source of it is, I don't feel like it was that bad. Like he called one play lucky, cool, and then the 2-point conversion play, he missed the open guy.
He doesn't have the right to point out something we saw on a football field without clapback. Who does? Who does?
Okay, I see where he's going with it now.
The only person on television with more credentials than Troy Aikman to talk football, one could argue, is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And that's only if you're measuring by rings.
Yeah. But I don't see why you didn't like Caleb's response. Like I like Caleb's response. I like Ben Johnson's response.
The man's football IQ is off the charts. He's a big-time quarterback on the National Football League level. If concussions hadn't derailed him, who knows how many titles the Cowboys would have won? What's the problem? Folks are something else, man. Folks are something else. But it is what it is.
Okay, so I was just trying to see if he was mad at what Caleb, like, yeah, I thought he was kind of mad at Caleb response. I'm not mad at Caleb response. Like, it's over with. Like, why would you care about somebody calling the play lucky? That's tedious shit. That's regardless of who it's coming from. Like, bro, we scored. I don't give a fuck if it was lucky or not. So, like I said before, dog, you don't have to be. If you understand football, you understand football. First of all. Second of all, if you played the game and you studied the game and you know formations and you know defenses and what they're giving, like, bruh, if you are in a stack formation, this is what you want, because this is going to naturally give you a pick, naturally give you separation. Why? As the ball's going to go. Let's cut the commentator shit off. As you can see, you're going to naturally get a pick from motherfucking, what the fuck, DJ Moore and number 14. If whoever breaks out this way, watch it some more. Boom, boom, boom. It's man. This is what I've been telling y'all for the past how many fucking weeks we've been in it. Come on, bro. If it's man to man and you have a bunch formation, a stack formation, any type of condensed snugs, any type of guns tight, any type of fucking tight condensed formation, you're going to conduct traffic. That means this guy, because if he has 14, he has DJ Moore, he has to go through all of this traffic, bruh. You see this traffic? He has to get around this. So he's gonna run the out route. Swift. He's gonna run out basically out. You see the traffic, bro. So where's the luck at? The luck is not in the formation. The luck is not in the route. The luck is not in anything right here, bro. This is scheme. This is scheme. This is what you call scheme. When you have a stack and you get man to man out there, and they have to follow the guy that they're assigned to. This is called scheme. As you can see, he runs into the guy. You see, I pointed this shit out in the Kansas City Chiefs game. How are we on Thursday Night Football and we still on this shit? Like, I didn't even think this was a thing. I really was off the Chicago-Washington game for a minute. Like, I looked at it as like Caleb got his, revenge game against Jaden Daniels. He went back home, round away. Hey, nigga, I got a winning land over, you feel me? I'm about to go back home and Bowie, go chill up with the family and shit like that. I'm about to go down Sheriff Road real quick, Addison, type shit. I might go see Backyard and shit, go chill with Back and them. You feel me? I might go chill with Rig and them, with Reaction. Yeah, I might go see New Impressions. There's some shit I got to do. I'm trying to go to the Go-Go's and shit. Fuck you talking about? I'm trying to get my drink, get my two-step, my drink, you feel me? Like, what the fuck is we on right now? Like, this is all scheme. Troy Aikman knows that. Everybody knows that knows football. This was all scheme. He ran into the guy right here. Now, if you want to keep going, he basically the formation and the defense that they got this guy open. Now, as we keep going, he's not going to step out of bounds. He hit him with a hezzy. And he missed. What's so hard about that? This is the play that I want to see it from the other angle. So as you can see, he's going to come in motion. Basically, if you want to call it, it's damn near a trips formation for real. Not a trips, but a bunch formation. He's going to come off of that. Boom. He runs into the guy right here. He's going to make him miss. Number two is really, there's no luck to this. Even if Troy said it was luck, The reason why he's calling it luck is because he's looking at the effort from these guys. That's why he's calling it luck. Like if he's saying it like, no, Troy Aikman wrong. This is not luck. Fuck that. He made that nigga miss. He made a miss, and for whatever reason, number 2 did not run through the tackle. He did not finish it off. If you're number 2, right here, he hit him with a hezzy, he's going to miss this tackle. If he's assuming he's going to make the tackle, that's the problem. So to be honest, if you go back and look at this play and you break it down, Troy, this is not luck. It's not. But it's not something to be in an uproar about. It's not something to be like, what the like it's not that. But at the same time, what he said is wrong. Like, this is not luck. He made him miss. Number 2 loafed on the play. He assumed that he was going to make the tackle instead of going to try to make the tackle his damn self. That's the problem with the Commanders. Has always been their defense ever since Jaden Daniels got there. And he outran his ass. Like, what is we talking about? Okay, now let's go to the 2-point conversion play. Like, that's what I'm saying. You get like it just because if you know football, you know football. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If you know football, if you play, I don't care what level. Because at any level, they tell you to play to the whistle, and they tell you to, you know what I'm saying, you game tackle. If one of these white jerseys catch the ball, it's supposed to be at least 3 black jerseys going to go make that tackle. And I'm not waiting for you to make the tackle. I'm going to go get my tackle like I'm the only person there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what you call, you know what I'm saying, team defense, game tackling. You feel what I'm saying? But like the formation and all that, normal person might not know. But that's what you want on them stack formations. You want man to man. Because the way the formation is set up, it's going to create space. You don't have to worry about getting jammed. It's going to create space. And then the person in the back has to has to go through all of this. Now, if we're looking at this play right here, I can't believe come on, bro. If we're looking at this play right here, bro, he's going to basically, number 25, and it is supposed to be Caleb Williams' first read. You feel what I'm saying? If you go to the flat right there, now, you kind of don't know what this corner is going to do, because he can bait you. If he throws this out here blindly, like he just automatically going to be open. If this corner decides not to take 85 and to jump this, it could be going the other way. So you have to be careful. Now, right, he sees it, he's looking this way. And as you can see, he's actually taking Kmet. So if I'm Caleb Williams right now, I think he comes off of it because he's not for sure and he doesn't want to turn it over. If you think about it, if he throws this ball, right, and it's a pick 6 going the other way, they get 2 points. Now it's a 22-26 game. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to be careful not to turn the ball over that way. But it does look like on film even more. You see what I'm saying? Like if he's late on this, he would have to throw that. He would have to throw that ahead of time, and you just don't know what the corner's going to do. He didn't bite immediately on Cole Kmet. Looking at it again, like I said, if we play it some more, he's going to come out here. This is a zone defense. This is a cover 2 zone defense. He has this guy. He has this out here. He has this whole area out here, right? Come some more. It's a zone. He decides to take Kmet a little bit, but he's still peeking. Like he can see 25 out there. But if he doesn't throw this now, then it's over with. He got to come off of it. He doesn't throw it. He got to come. The longer he waits, the longer it's over with. You feel what I'm saying? So now he has to do scramble mode and do his thing. Now, like I said, if this is like in the game plan, if this is in the play, like this ball is going to 25. So when you get it, throw it. If it's one of them type of things, then I understand. But if this is one of them, like I have to read the defense, like Say if he hit his back foot, boom, he throws it right now. There's no indication from the corner if he's going to solely take Komet. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if anything, Caleb has to, with his body language, make it seem like he's going to throw it to Komet and then come back out here. And that's all in your hips. It's all in your hips. So if I'm trying to go to Komet, your head and your hips need to be like I'm here. But if I'm trying to here, then boom, quick out there. I'm trying to confuse the defense. But if I'm trying to go to Komet, then it's here, and then you slip your hip and go inside. But all of that shit is in your body language from what the defense is looking. You gotta remember they're in zone. The defense is here looking at you. They're looking at you. They're looking at your feet, your hips, your head, the ball, your shoulders. They're looking at your everything, bro. So you can't just be like, oh, the flat is open for a split second, but you have to also realize that if this is a solid corner, he can be baiting Caleb. And if you're late on a flat route to the outside and that corner jumps it, there's nobody there to catch him. If he catches the ball, there's nobody there. So, like I said, you see his hips, you see his body language. His head is this way. He has basically 3 receivers right here. He's definitely not going to 10. It's between Komet and this guy right here. Some more, boom. Now, by this time, he's already in scramble mode. If he throws this ball, it's not going to be, can he get it there? Maybe. But it depends on how good this corner is. That's all I'm saying. If he's a good enough corner, he can get there. It's open now, but as you can see, he leaves early. Now, gotta look at Caleb. Everybody gets criticized. Caleb, you left too early. If you stay with it, he now becomes open. But since he's already committed to leaving the pocket instead of staying in the pocket, what I mean is, if he stays like his feet stays like this the entire time, then he can hit 25. Watch his feet. Watch his feet. Watch his feet. You see how he moves? Mm. $175. My bad. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Watch his feet. Watch his feet. You see what I'm saying? Now, once he already leaves, now it becomes open. Now it's clearly open, but he's not in a throwing position to get it over there. And that's what Troy Aikman was talking about. And I don't think that the defensive end had anything to do with it. And I see what Troy Aikman is talking about. But that's why you go back and you look at film. If he decides to stay, because these 2 guys right here, the thing about quarterback is you definitely want a good center and 2 guards. You definitely want a good left tackle as well. Your whole line, you want to be good. But the quickest route to the quarterback is always a straight line. So if you're getting immediate pressure in your face, it's hard to really stand in that pocket. But if these 2 guys are solid, if he decides to just stand there and get it off with Caleb's arm, he can get that there for sure, 100%. So if we go back some more and just play it one more time, and then we off this shit. As you can watch it, boom, 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 boom. Now you see the corner commit to Komet, right? But remember, like, he can be baiting him. He can be baiting this motherfucking, like, this motherfucking boom, and then he break. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ask Dion about that baiting shit. Ask him, like corners will bait your ass thinking they bullshitting, and they take off on your shit for sure. And they will take off on you. Boom. Now he's fully committed to Komet. In his base stance, now you can look at and see Troy wasn't tripping either though. This play right here, the last play, the lucky shit, no, Troy tripping. This play right here, after all I said, like slowing it down, right now, if Caleb wanted to throw this ball, it'll get there. You feel what I'm saying? But in that split, as quick as I pressed the space bar, he already lifted his foot up and was already out. That's the thing that I think that Ben Johnson is working on with Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is working on with himself, is that you have to know when to run, when to escape, and when to, sometimes you're going to have to stand in that pocket and take that hit down the barrel and deliver a strike. That's when, like, those are the type of plays, them your big chunk plays for real, because that means they had the blitz. If you get an extra rusher, sometimes you got to look down that rusher in the face and throw a strike and take that hit and get a big play. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yes, he's open right now for sure, but he's already retreating. He's already in that trail technique, and that's just not where you want to be at. And I think that once he masters that, Caleb Williams masters this, he takes that next step into being a clutch quarterback, and a quarterback you can count on when the game is on the line. Because these are like, I look at 2-point conversions as like plays, gotta have it plays, like those are like the plays, like, you know what I'm saying? If this wasn't for 2 points, if this was for 6, like, can you make the play to get your team a touchdown? And you know what I'm saying, you hit your back foot right there. If he just stays in this position and stays calm, the O-line is protecting. Like the O-line didn't really get penetration until he decided to run. If he just stays there and stays calm, because his O-line is definitely blocking him, you're gonna see this guy open right here. And the fact that he went to go run, you feel what I'm saying? This just shows like he's not there yet. And what I mean he's not there yet, I'm talking about like the red zone. That's the next step in a quarterback, especially young quarterbacks like Caleb, is that red zone area, to where as though like the spacing is so condensed. So that's when your formations come into play. Definitely. Formations, Ben Johnson, route combination schemes and shit like that, because the field is condensed. So now we have to scheme guys open. You feel what I'm saying? And you have to know, like, you can't leave the pocket. He left the pocket early. If he would have trusted what Ben Johnson drew up, it was there. It just didn't develop as fast as he wanted it to. You feel what I'm saying? But like, when it come back down to like what Troy Aikman said about the lucky shit, that was kind of off. What he said about this 2-point conversion play though was spot on. So, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think this shit is a thing though.